Joining me on the program is Jillian Olson. She's the owner of Cherry Ridge Consulting. Jillian, great to have you on the program.
Thank you, George. Great to be here.
Let's find out about your company. What is it that you do?
So here at Cherry Ridge Consulting, we are a small environmental consulting firm. We provide primarily wetland services to various businesses throughout the region, as well as residential property owners. Those services include identifying wetlands and water resources on a property to help a property owner or a commercial business identify what they can and can't do at their property if there are wetlands or water resources present.
So Jillian, who would contact you?
Anyone from a large corporation that has businesses in the area, down to a residential homeowner. If you're purchasing a property, like a residential homeowner, it's good to know what's present on your property before you even buy, so you know if you have any limitations as to what you can do with that land ahead of time. There's a lot of wetlands here in the Poconos, and sometimes you may not realize that, and you may be more restricted on that property than you realize. So it's good to know that ahead of time.
So if you're going to buy a piece of property, they should talk to you. If you're going to expand on your property, that's the other issue, and they would need you.
Yes, that is correct, George. We would go out and basically identify where those wetlands are, and we do a GPS survey, and then also generally there's an engineer involved as well, which is separate from our company, and they would put those on that land development plan.
Jillian, I guess you would have to put on some boots and go out into the property and really get a close-up look as to what's going on.
Yes, yes. So our field work, as we call it, entails us, putting on our boots, hiking through that property. Sometimes it's a nice, open meadow field. Wetland, we call those emergent wetlands. Other times they are forested, like you see behind us. Wetlands typically are wet. They're not wet all times of year. Another thing I caution folks about, you won't always see that water on the surface. But yes, boots are required for our job.
What defines a wetland? Is it the plants? Is it the animals? Is it the ground, the soil?
That's an excellent question, George. There are three main criteria that define what a wetland is, and those are specific vegetation or plants, the types of soils that are present to define a wetland, and also the hydrology or the water source that's contributing to that wetland. So you really need all three of those specific criteria to be able to classify something as a wetland.
Okay. How did you start your company?
So I've been an environmental consultant for over 20 years. I worked previously with a mid-size engineering firm in the Philadelphia area. And after many years of doing that and the long commute, and living up here in the Poconos that entire time, I really wanted to develop something on my own and have my own company and be more in touch with my community and help folks in this area. 2018, I founded Cherry Ridge, and here we are today.
So people watching want to get in touch with you. Jillian, how do they do that?
So you can either give us a call at 570-350-0809 or visit our website at cherryridgellc.com.